Remember, honey, cheap prices attract cheap people. When it comes to dating, if you're saying yes to like Subway or, I don't know, coffee or like a walk in the park instead of a proper date, just don't be surprised when this is a man who is not willing to invest in you, is not willing to provide for you at any point in the relationship, and continues being cheap the entire time you're dating him.
This is when I say that women keep women single and unhappy because of all the bad advice that they give. A cheap date does not equate to a cheap man or a bad dating partner. Same way that an expensive date does not equate to a good dating partner. It's simple as that. If your happiness is contingent on how much he spends on you on the date, then you're always going to be unhappy. Because trust me when I say, there are a lot of men out there who will mask their intentions simply on spending a lot on a woman on the first date. What you should rather focus on is how much effort he puts on the date. How much effort does he put to make sure that you are happy, you are smiling, you're enjoying, and you're safe during the date. That's the effort that is what you should be focusing on. You don't want him to spend a fortune on the date and then expect you to worship the ground that he walks on. But what she did get right is that whatever it is that you focus on, that you value at the beginning of the relationship, will be a focal point later on in the relationship. So if you make it clear that you are only going to be with a man who spends a lot on you on the date and so on, then he's going to continue spending a lot on you even when you are in a relationship with him. But that's not all well and good, because in his mind, it tells him that your happiness is linked with how much he spends on you. So whether he respects you, whether he loves you, whether he cares for you, he knows that as long as he throws money at you, you should be happy, because that's the expectations you've set on him from the beginning. However, if you actually let him know that what you value most is the effort that he puts into the date, then he will always put effort in there, because he knows that your happiness is linked with how much effort he puts into the relationship, and that's always a good start.
This is what you can tell about a man based on his height.
Oh, let me try. Here's what you can tell about a woman based on her weight.
I'm tired of paying $150 for a first date, and then you just ghost me. And the next week, I'm like hurting for cash. I'm like, I could have really used that $150.
This clip right here links with the previous one, and it also justifies what I was saying in that one. If a man is always spending $150 to $200 on a date, how often do you think he can do that while getting ghosted, while realizing that he's not compatible with each person? How long do you think he can do that until he meets the right woman? It's just impossible. So for these men, I just give simple advice. Get creative with your dates. Spend 20 to 40 on the date. Don't go all out on it, but get creative with it. Make sure you put in a lot of effort and you make it special. If she's still unhappy with the effort you've put in, if she's still unhappy with the date simply because you didn't spend as much as she wanted you to spend on it, then she's clearly not the right one. You should simply move on and try to find the next one.